Now, looking at some strategies of how to solve equations with unknowns on both sides, I'm going to do a couple of examples. Make sure to pause the video in between questions to have a go yourself, otherwise you're not going to learn anything from this. So the question on the left, you can see we've got an unknown on both sides. It happens to be y. What you want to do is find the smallest unknown. So in this case, we've got 1y and we've got 2y. So 1y is obviously smaller, and we want to find the zero pair for that. So if you have 1y here, in order to get the zero pair, we're going to take away 1y, and then we have to do the same thing on the right hand side. You'll see y in a second, pun intended. And this is going to be, that cancels out, so the 2 comes down, the equal sign always comes down, and 2y take away 1y is just 1y. Or in other words, y is equal to 2. The 1 is invisible, we don't normally write it, but in this case I've just made a point of writing the 1 in front. Now, second question, we've still got 2y and y, but it's a slightly different question here. Remember, the unknown is the 1y, so I'm just going to put the invisible 1 there so we can see it. And then I'm going to take away 1y from both sides. Take away 1y. Now, this means I get 2y take away 1y, which is 1y. You can also just write y. The plus 2 comes down, equals, now in this case it's a zero pair, so it's just equal to 0. Now we want to isolate y, so we're going to have to take away 2 from both sides. Now I'm not going to write 1y, I'm just going to write y. Both of these would be correct though. And then, oh actually I'm going to take away 2 first. So I'm going to take away 2, take away 2. So I'm left with y, that's a zero pair, equals, and then 0 take away 2 is negative 2. So that's your answer to both of these questions. So just to reiterate, the main tip here is look for the smallest unknown. Now, the smallest value could also be a negative number as well, and we'll look at those later in the video. So here are 2 questions for you to try first, and then I'm going to show you how to do them. So pause the video and then play it when you're ready to check you're working out. Okay, question 1, we can see we've got 3a and 2a. 2a is smaller, so we're going to take away 2a. Take away 2a. So that becomes 1a plus 3 equals, now that's a zero pair, so I don't need to write anything. And then the 8 comes down. I want to isolate a, so I'm going to take away 3 from both sides. Notice how I'm lining up the 3 with the numbers. And then this is going to be a, or 1a, you could write the 1 there, that's a zero pair, equals, and then 8 take away 3 is 5. And we can check what we've done is correct by just substituting it back in. 3 times 5 plus 3, does that equal 2 times 5 plus 8? So that's going to be 18 on the right, and it's going to be 18 on the left. So yeah, that does work, and we've got our solution. So question on the right, let's try to solve this. If you haven't done it, pause the video and have a go. So I'm going to take away the smallest unknown, which is the 3y. Take away 3y. 4y take away 3y is 1y. So now I'm just going to write y rather than 1y. You are allowed to write the 1. And then take away 2 equals, that's a zero pair, so it cancels out, plus is equal to positive 4. Now I want to isolate y, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides to solve it, and that gives us y, that's a zero pair, that cancels out, is equal to 4 plus 2, which is 6. And that's your answer, and that's it for these 2 examples. Now have a look at this and see if you can spot the mistake with one of these parts. Pause the video. Alright, so I'm going to go through it. So taking away x from both sides is fine. So that's a zero pair which cancels out. The 10 comes down, that's fine. The equal sign comes down, which is fine. 3x take away x is 2x, and then the negative 3. So all of that's fine. Now taking away 3 from both sides, well, 10 take away 3 is 7. The 2x comes down as it is. Now, negative 3 minus 3, that's the problem here. If you have negative 3 and you take away another 3, you're going to get negative 6. So there is the mistake. what this person should have done is added 3 to both sides, which then makes this wrong as well, but this is where the mistake started out. It should be +3, not -3. So there's your mistake. And now it's time for you to try some practice questions. Pause the video and try all of these, and I'm going to show the answers in a few seconds. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of the working out for these, but here are the answers if you check your working out. I will do one example. I'm just going to randomly pick question 3 to do. So let's write this out here. 3w plus 7 equals 4w plus 2. Take away the smallest unknown, so let's take away 3w, take away 3w. That gives me 7 equals w plus 2, and then we're going to isolate w by taking away 2 from both sides. So that gives me 5 is equal to w, which is our answer here. Okay, for the challenge question, if you got 3/2 as your answer, that is equally valid. It does not have to be a decimal. In fact, writing it as a fraction is probably better. All right, let's move on. Now, see if you can try this first before I go through it. Okay, so I'm going to go through it now. So you find the smallest unknown. In this case, it's 3a. So we're going to take away 3a. I'm going to get the 0 pair there, and then we're going to take away 3a here. That then gives us 2a plus 2 equals 12. We're then going to take away 2 from both sides. So 2a equals 12 take away 2 is 10. And then we got one final step. We want to isolate a, so we're going to divide by 2, divide by 2. So a is equal to 5. There's your answer. And I want you to spot the mistake with this calculation. Pause the video if you need more time, and then we're going to mark it. Okay, let's go through it. 5x take away 3x is 2x plus 8. So the mistake kind of happened at the beginning. The 3x minus 3x should be 0. And so the main mistake would be that should be 2x plus 8. So this 2x needs to be on this side. It's a slightly odd error, to be honest. So if we just were to correct this, let's just have a go. 5x plus 8 equals 3x plus 2. We're going to take away 3x from both sides. That becomes 2x plus 8 equals 2. We're going to take away 8 from both sides. We're going to get a negative number here. So 2x, now that's a 0 pair, so it cancels out, is equal to -6. And then we're going to divide by 2, divide by 2. So x equals -3. So the sign ended up being wrong as a result of that 2x being on the wrong side. Technically, if you treat this as its own equation, taking away 2 from both sides and then dividing by 2, those steps are correct, but there's a big mistake here which makes the rest of it wrong for the final answer. Okay, so try to finish all of these questions. Pause the video and then I'm going to show you the answers. Okay, so these are the solutions you should have got. For the challenge, I would have preferred if you wrote this as a fraction, 1/2. Okay, so we're going to continue looking at unknowns on both sides in the next video. More exercises just like this, lots of practice to get in here. All right, see you in that video.